Hello guys and welcome again to another video of C# tutorials. I've already made the script called Hangman and I just opened it up and we're ready to go. So if you cannot guess, we are going to be making a Hangman game and we're going to be using some string stuff a lot. It's not going to be like a proper Hangman game where there's like a proper hangman that falls off or something like that. We're just going to be using text, so it's going to be like a text-based game. So first of all, what I want to do is I want the user to actually enter input. So public or private, sorry, void on GUI, and we're going to make the GUI a really simple GUI. We're not going to make it too complicated, so we just need a text field. So private string uh, so char no wait what should we call this text field? We just call it user input equals to nothing, and it's a string. So now we're going to do is GUI layout dot text field and user input, and we can make this equal to user input, and now we can do if layout dot button, and we can do try, I don't know, try. Okay. So now first of all we need to create another string, and we need to call this uh, oh, guess word, that the word we're currently guessing. So it's gonna have like empty spaces for us, something like that. So guessing word should be displayed. So GUI layout dot box, we'll use box, and we're gonna have that inside. Now if the user press try, that's where all the code goes. So we're gonna make another function, private void check car. So car just means character, and we're going to be entering the character is going to be here. So see, now the character we're going to be sending is the character that's going to be in the user input. So it's only going to be getting one character, so at a time, obviously. So get car, and inside this we're going to be doing user input, and since this is a string we need to correct the character, and I'm going to get the character at 0 position. You can also try this, which is if user input dot length is bigger than 1 or is small. If it is bigger yeah, if it is bigger than 1, then there should be error. So print please only enter one character, else it can then check the character. So now we need an array of string, and these are going to be the words equals to, and we can make this in fact public. Let's just make this public, so we can edit this in Unity. So let's just keep this for the words. Now at the start we need to choose a word, and in fact we need to choose something else. So I'm just going to organize this, put the publics on the top, privates at the bottom. So private string word chosen equals to that. Now the word that's going to be chosen at the start from the words is going to be placed here. So private void start, I'm going to assume that words has got something inside it and the length is bigger than 0, obviously. So uh, we're gonna do is word chosen equals to words, and then in here we're gonna choose random dot range and random dot range just picks a random number between something. So for here it's gonna pick a number between 1 and 1, and that's just like stupid, but I don't know why anyone would do that. But just saying, if you got using system, oops, then there is actually a thing inside C Sharp that's called that has got random. So what you need to do is do unity engine dot random to tell it we're getting the unity one, not the actual system one. So make sure keep that in mind. Now we're gonna be doing from 0 comma to the maximum, which is the word dot length, you know. Okay, now it's gonna choose random word there. So now we need to check if inside the word chosen that character is there. So for each we can do car, no, let's not choose C, let's choose X in uh, word chosen, and then do if, in fact we should have done 4, sorry, 4, and let's just remove this and go back. I want to actually use a 4 1 int equals to 0, uh, oops, int x equals to 0, and x is smaller than word chosen dot length x plus plus. Okay, now if word chosen x equals to c, then it's, wait, in fact let's create a bool to check if char exists equals to false. It's false by default. If it does exist, equals to true. We don't care how many there are, but if it does exist, then we're gonna make it equal to true. And now then we are going to say if we should actually create an integer for the lives. So print or private int life or lives equals to let's make it 10 lives. So 10. So if car exists is false, so if car exists is false, then life takeaway. Okay, and in fact let's do if lives equals to 0, or the word guessed word and the word chosen are equal. So guessed word, remember, is a word that you're guessing, like all the characters will be there that you guessed, equals to the word chosen, then only then it's going to show this. Oops, is not equal to. So if the lives is not equal to 0, or maybe greater than 0, if the lives are greater than 0, or the word guessed is not equal to chosen, only then it's gonna do this. Else it's going to print out a message, and let's just leave that for now. Okay, at the start where it's gonna choose the word, I want the guessed word to have as many like dashes or these whatever they are as like the word's length is. So we're gonna create a new, oops, so guessed word, oops, equals to new string, and we're gonna do, oops, we're gonna do in fact let's do, yeah, okay, we're gonna do this and do this, and hopefully this will work. Does this work? Yeah, it does work. I was actually afraid it won't work there for a second. Anyways, uh now what it does is it's gonna display these dashes 5 times, or put 5 dashes in that. So we want like 10 dashes, we can just put 10. however we want, how many we want. So remember, this is a string. We're just getting one character. We're getting the 0 character from that string, which is this. So now we want as many as the word chosen is dot length. So how many characters are in there? We want that many dashes. And remember, if the word exists here, we want one of the dash to be destroyed. So that destroyed kind of sounds harsh, but yes, we want that to happen. So uh, let's see, guess word uh, equals to, we can do in fact it should be guessed word C or X, sorry, equals to whatever it is. So what, where is it gone? There we go. Or maybe I should have done C. There we go. Now what the, okay, so it says guessed word is read only. Okay, let's just create a new string then. So string temp equals to guessed word, and then temp x equals to C. Now, yeah, I was actually afraid that was gonna happen. So in fact, let's do this then. Dot substring, and from 0 comma substring just cuts the string into a half. So if I do cut the string from there to x, take 1. So we're cutting the string from the start to where the word is, and then what we're going to do is make the guess word equal to temp plus uh, the character C dot to string, because we need to change it into a string, plus guess word dot substring, and kind of complicated, I know. So x plus 1 comma guess word, oops, sorry, control Z, guess word dot length, take away x, comma, take away 1, sorry, take away 1. Okay, kind of complicated, let me explain this. So we're making the guess word equal to temp, which is like, okay, let's do this. Like, for example, if the word is computer, okay, now if we guessed P, now P, the where the P is going to be X. So 1, 2, 3. 3 is going to be P. Oops, no, it starts from 0. Sorry. So P is going to be 2. So 0, 1, 2. So P is 2, and temp is going to contain COM. Okay. Now we're going to do temp plus the character we just did, because remember, those can be dashes for all we know. So the character we just did, which is C, and then the rest of it, so if there is any, obviously. So now hopefully you do understand. What else? Guess word. Okay, now let's try this. In fact, who knows, it might work, it might not work. If we drag this in words, we need to add some words. Computer, camp, banana, apple, So it's going to choose a random word, and hopefully we don't get any errors. I should have set the length to something else. So C, let's try this. Try. Okay, now there is a error. Now it's do, 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 do. Okay. Uh, Oops, yeah, I should have actually never put that -1 there. Sorry about that. That's actually my mistake. Yeah, because if you have computer, remember P is the X. So when we're string slicing, it slice is like that. And since we had -1, it was doing this. So since C is there, and if we do -1, it's there, and it doesn't really make sense. So let's try this again, and hopefully it will work this time. So C, and C doesn't even exist. We actually should clear this. So C is, maybe it's banana, apple, or portal. So let's try P. Okay, it's banana, I think. There we go, banana. Yes. N. There we go. Works like a charm. There, yay! We won. But nothing really happens, and I have no idea why. It should actually disappear. Everything should disappear. So let's see what is going on. So open this up. By the way, I am actually just making this up as I go along. I don't really do this, like practice it or something. So this open. Okay, now that works fine, and this doesn't work fine. Okay, it's not or, it's an and. If life is bigger than 0 and the guessed word is not equal to the chosen word. So now it should work fine. And if you want to do if life is bigger than 0, then obviously the person's won. So GUI layout dot box, you win. And else GUI layout dot box, you lose. There we go. Now let's go back and try this. It actually should display lives, but I need to make that. So C, it's something we're getting with CE, either I think it's computer. Yeah, it is computer. So O M P U T E R U N. Yay, we won. Well done. Let's try and lose all the lives now. I'm just gonna do Z and then just gonna do try. There we go, you lose. Now let's add the lives. So GL layout dot life, oops, dot label, not lives, and now life here, or whatever we name, called it lives dot toString because it's an integer. And I want to increase the size of this, so comma GL layout dot width is gonna make the width 200, not bigger or smaller. And what else I was gonna do? I was gonna do something else. Oh yeah, I'm gonna make it so the guessed word, or the user input, I mean, goes back to nothing. So user input equals to that. Oops, I should actually do this after. Thank God I thought of that, because if we do it before, then the user input equals to nothing, and then it's gonna send the character. Or in fact, it's gonna actually, no, yeah, it's gonna send the character, which is basically nothing. It's gonna give us an error. So because the user hasn't gonna be typed in anything. And we should also do or wait, in fact we should do this is not equal to 1. So if the person doesn't type in anything, then it's going to be 0, and it's going to say please only enter one character. And if the person types in more than one character, it's going to obviously say that. So let's try this. See, as you can see, it didn't print anything, and our life, I just lost our life. So now if we type this in, try please enter only one character, and as you can see, it actually does clean this up. And if you do this, it's not doing anything. So A, that's apple. So BB, maybe I should make that so it can actually detect the word as well. So okay, if the character does not exist, or maybe if in fact we should do, yeah, we should do that. In fact, instead of this, if we come back up here, this is here. So in here, we're just gonna add some few lines of code, and we're gonna delete this. So, oops, we should make this is bigger than 0. Okay, I should put this. Okay, let's just create another if. So if user input is bigger than or is equal to 1, then do this. Else, if user input is bigger than 1, then print, or oops, not print, we're gonna do some coding here. Else print please enter a character. Also, what is this? Okay, dot length, forgot about that. That's very important actually. So now let's do this code. If word chosen equals to user input, and then we're gonna do guessing word equals to user input. There we go. Simple as that. Now all we have to do is guess the thing. Now it's 1. I can't actually tell how many. It's really small. Let me just, I should have done this in GUI layer thing. I don't think I can. Yeah, I don't think I can edit it, so we're just gonna have to guess this. So it's banana. So banana. Try. Yes, you win. Yeah, check out how boss I am. Anyways, there's the script for Hangman. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Hope you learned about substring. I actually wanted to teach you in another tutorial for substring, but here you have it. It's in here. So I guess you know now what substring does. It can cut a word. So for example, if you've got computer, it can cut this, and then you've got COMP and UTER if you want to cut it there. So if you want to cut it there, you would do from 0 to 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. By the way, if you're starting from here, then you need to do from 4 to 1, 2, 3. Okay, 4 then 3. You don't do 4 and then 7. If you do 4 and 7, it will give us you an error because it will try and think you're trying to go here or something. So 4 and then 3. So that's how you do it. For obviously more scripting reference, go to help and scripting reference there for unities, and for normal C#, you can just look that up. Also, I do recommend you should buy a book for any language, not really any language, the language that's got same syntax and is really similar. It would help if you do C#, if you buy a book for C#, if you're learning C#, obviously. But see, if you already got a book on C++, then you don't need to buy a book. I think that is all that you need, because If you have a book of C++, then some of the or most of the things that are there are similar, so you don't really need to do anything about that. So thank you for watching again, and hope you enjoyed this tutorial. And if you have any tutorial requests, just leave them in the comments below. If you have anything else, just leave it in the comments below, and see you next time.